Hello everybody and welcome to another course of Mother Misery. We're doing episode 24 tonight. We are playing the modern Curse Strahd, but it's been modified, improved, transformed, and we're playing in the setting and system of Frostmark the RPG, a D&D 5e overhaul. There's a content warning of gore, bad language, and gothic horror. With me, I have a wonderful cast of players. I have Lady Lyra, the half-elven Megan's played by Julie. Hello and welcome.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Then I got Kelvin, the Gnome Ranger, played by Weewoo. Hello.
I'm not going back to fucking therapy.
I got Nix of Dustani, the Tiefling Bard, played by Adriano. Bienvenuto.
I am not a crook.
And then, certainly not least, we got Sir Aspida, the Silver Dragonborn Paladin, played by Aeronox. Hello! Oh no! Okay, there we go. I was like, no, it was gonna be cut short. What happened last time? You guys fought vampires. Vampire spawns. 6 of them, but one you had tied up into a chest. Oh my god, such a play of the game moment. Just took that one out of the fight completely. Didn't get to like do anything, but to just run around upstairs when it finally got out. But you realized that the fight that you were in was unwinnable, so you slowly backed away, and there were some hilarious moments as you funneled out of the door and tried to hold the door. Illyria running to get that chair. Nyx running around downstairs to the door, and then suddenly noticing that it's locked, and then having like a panic moment, like open it. Then sadly Henrik died. Nyx threw a coffin lid at the window, and all of you got out very badly wounded, but alive. Some guards arrived to the scene, but the vampires already retreated upstairs and mysteriously disappeared. And they took in all of the evidence on the scene, saw you, carrying weapons, so you were promptly arrested on suspicion and out of protection, as they said, with quotation marks. You were escorted to the courthouse, also called the Reformation Center, where you were put in a temporary holding cell for processing prisoners. Your items were taken away from you, and after about 2 to 3 hours of waiting, getting to the middle of the afternoon, around 2 o'clock, you were finally released into the courtroom, where Vargas, a bunch of guards, and Isaac were presiding over the court. And there was some, he displayed the evidence that he had, asked some questions, but at every point that you guys wanted to explain what actually happened, insinuating that all is not well in Vallaki, you were promptly overruled and silenced. And as soon as he was about to sentence you guys to reformation and therapy, the doors were suddenly pushed open by a Father Lucian, who came up to Vargas and whispered loudly in his ear, loud enough so you could hear. The bones have been stolen. The church is not consecrated anymore. There's no safe place left in Barovia. And with that, we are going to continue the story. Yes. Look at this. I did it.
To the courthouse.
Oh.
Why isn't it animated, Bexxy?
Illyria looks way too
Where's the animation?
Illyria looks way too smug about the fact that nothing is well in Vallaki.
I cannot animate myself, guys. I made this map.
It's okay. You did a great job. I love you.
It looks pog.
Yeah, it looks great.
Wait, am I allowed to say pog? I don't know.
I mean, out of character, yeah.
No, I was doing on Twitch. I forgot because they removed the pog emote.
Oh, oh, maybe we should jump over that then. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just so we know. I don't know.
Overhearing this shout of or loud whisper that everything is not well, can stand up and say, Father Lucian, you yourself are saying that all is not well in Valaki. I demand that this court recognize the fact that we are doing our very best to make sure that we are all protected. If all is not well in Barovia, in Valaki, as Father Lucian says, I demand the benefit of the doubt. Let us prove to you that we have Valaki's best interests at heart. Let us find the bones that have been stolen.
Immediately, Vargas, raises his gavel once more, and the guards take a step forward, seeing like the absolute fury on Vargas's face. His face turns like completely red, and is about to shout out again. But Lucian rushes forward to the other side of the table after observing and hearing what you just had said. Vargas, things are right now dire, and you cannot deny this. We can keep this in this room for sure, but we need to do something about it. And considering the skills that our newfound friends over here has displayed, and considering that they're also, for you, expendable, then why not put them under my wing and let me use them in this? And if something happens, you can put any kind of crime that you want on them. But for now, they're better to be used, no? Vargas squints his eyes at Lucian with like a suspicious look on his face. And with a set yaw, like full of anger. I didn't know you were so ruthless, Father. Do you really think I could rein them in after they've been allowed to go free? Do you really think that they can redeem themselves after all of this? They must be reformed. Their mindset is all wrong, and is inviting him to our doorstep. I mean, your guards, with all due respect, they're valorous, they're strong. Of course they can take down these outsiders if they have to. I mean, you train them yourself, of course. As long as they're under guard, and I will personally make sure that they do what's right, and if anything happens, the responsibility will be mine. There's a tense stare-off between the two. And then Vargas slams the gavel once more into the table and says, sentence postponed. They're your responsibility now, Father. And you know what that means. I know, very well. Morning Lord, give me strength, huh? Well, what are you all looking at? Let's give this fine folk their equipment back, and let's get to work, no? Vargas immediately stands up from the table and walks out of the room with Isaac.
Thanks.
Yes, our gratitude is yours.
Certainly is appreciated.
Yeah, thank fuck.
He holds up.
Nudge Calvin.
I think at that Illyria genuinely like chuckles a little.
He holds up a hand and it says, "Not now, later. Let's go to the church now, before it changes his mind."
Don't intend on spending any longer than I have to here.
Let's go.
Alright. Alright, I'm gonna do this. Oh no, we can move over there.
I don't know.
A guard comes and like ushers you to come with him over here. Let me. There we go. Up over here.
We have
Guard
a break
behind
in
you.
the wall over here, by the way, just so you know.
Oh no!
There's a little gap.
There's a light
Ah.
on the far left.
In the far left.
Yeah, right here.
Oh
There's a gap in the
yeah,
lighting.
there's a gap. Oh god.
What could be on there? Over there.
On the other side of the wall, there's grass.
There's some lockers over here and cabinets, a coat hanger. You give him back all of your items before you're basically ushered out this this front door and through the fence, and you're free once more. Woo! Yeah, let's just hop out there and then let's go back to the scene over yonder. Blip!
The cat.
Yeah, the cat is pretty cute, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
This one. Alright. Father Lucius meets you guys just outside of the Burgomaster's mansion. Behind you is two guards like trailing after you guys. Just keeping an eye on you, but keep some distance. He nods towards you all and takes off in a hurried pace. Not really keeping check if you are keeping up with him or not. He is just booking for it.
Illyria is.
Yeah, book after him.
Kelvin's struggling a little bit, but he's keeping up.
I nod to Arrow to pick up Calvin.
Don't you fucking dare.
Alright, and he weaves through the people on the thoroughfares of Valaki. There's several people who greet him and kind of wants him to like stop and talk, but he gives them like a hard smile and says like, yeah, I'm sorry, child, I'm busy. Yes, John, I know, but I'm busy. And promptly ignores everybody. And do you do anything or talk anything during your journey towards the church?
Well, for Nyx's perspective, things are a little bit scattered. We've just been saved by some priest, and this priest knows about where his coat came from, and it's like all things seem to be merging together for some strange, bizarre reason. Know how and why, but he's kind of more focused on keeping up at the moment.
I think Illyria just wants to get to the church and like see what's going on.
I'm just happy I'm out of jail.
But I was gonna let you know,
Fair.
not just armor back. Like to be
We get our armor and weapons back, or is it just our?
How much did we get, or just the stuff we got? Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
your
yeah.
all your equipment. No, you only got your.
Okay. So just this, what about like the? Okay. Got armor.
So, like, yeah, no weapons, no armor, just like before. the
You got
vampire.
your-
Did Calvin get the ladle?
I don't have a ladle. Well, do I get the shitty ladle that I picked up?
Yes, yes. They didn't
Pog.
really see that as a weapon. They couldn't fathom that I could be used as a weapon.
Okay, I'll replace the daggers with the shitty ladle.
Your weapons were confiscated by a guard barracks by the Western Gate, where you came
So
in.
they took the hammer and nails, or just hammer.
Den här filmen är dum i huvudet.
They probably don't think that you have any business with having nails, so I think they took that.
My
Too
advice.
dangerous, man.
Men du är
I don't really trust you right now anyway. But yes.
I have my vice. I don't have my vice.
Your what? Your
The
vice?
metal vice. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the vice.
The
Oh, the metal-
vice?
It's a tool.
Yeah.
Varför jag älskar Ikea.
You have your vice.
Yeah, I hid it in a secure place.
No! Oh! Okay. But you...
Luncheon.
But you get back to the church. Slouching, centuries old, stained glass windows, fence of wrought iron closes a garden of gravestones next to the church. It still seems to be in a bit better shape than the one you found in the village of Barovia. And it's bigger than the church, and there's clearly some activity inside. Lights flickering in the windows, and there seems to be some sound coming from within. There's also a clear border between the church and the road that's divided by very light, maybe once upon a time were white stone bricks in a circular shape that seems to be encompassing all of the church grounds. And you walk past also to get onto the church grounds several boxes and blankets by the road where several orphans sits and are in the process of begging like normal, or like the ones as you enter. There's a bunch of bruises and bandages on the orphans. But Lucian pushes past them and immediately into the church itself. He just goes up towards the central altar, tells everybody that he sees that the church is closed, tells like a servant who is sweeping that you're free for the day, you can go home, and he goes up towards the altar, and then he finally stops, breathes heavily, leans against the altar. There's sweat running down his face, and he just seems to just catch his breath for a second as you take in your surroundings. It was kind of a long walkway through the church, coming up to this final altar with several like benches on the way, these very nice pillars coming down, and these stained glasses giving a very solemn and atmospheric feeling inside. Echoey, of course, because of all the stone. But as soon as you enter the church grounds and within the church as well, you just can't help to feel a little bit empty inside, as if you have lost something dear to you It's how you feel inside. A small feeling. And right now, the Lucian is just leaning against the altar, and he's just breathing heavily, just collecting himself. He seems a little bit out of it.
Look around for like any like water or something. Like grab him a glass of water, cup of water, help him out.
Yeah, there's probably a chalice of water standing behind the altar for anybody to use who's praying or preaching. So that is definitely
Fuck off.
doable. Bring it to him.
Sorry, I bring it to him and say, catch your breath, Father. We are most eager to hear your words of what has happened to you.
He swallows hard, drinks a few mouthfuls really quickly, coughs a little bit because it was perhaps a little bit too quickly. And then looks up at all of you and say, I've heard some good things about you. from Danica and Irvin.
Yes, they are all true. He gives them a small smile. We have only tried to help here, but it's clear that the Burgomaster seems to be oblivious or in complete denial. We thank you that you are not the same as him.
He gives a weak smile and says, I don't know what you're speaking of. With a weak smile.
Got it.
There we go. Here he is. I've also heard from Irvin and Danica that you know how to handle yourselves well. Have had some trouble on the road here.
Mm-hmm.
That would be correct.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There is quite a lot of trouble on these roads, so you kind of need to be prepared.
We can handle ourselves better if we aren't missing our equipment.
Oh,
That I can agree with.
you came with arms and armor. Yes, well, that makes a lot of sense. Well, I think I can go to... Which barracks were they confiscated?
The Western Barracks.
You might be able to retrieve them for as long as you're investigating this for me. But please, do not make me look bad with them. If so, then the folks around here will have one less defender.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
He nods and shakes his head a little bit. Retrieve now, or should we? I'm pretty.
Are you expecting a fight right now? Otherwise,
I certainly hope not.
try to calm down and tell us what this is all about.
Yes. Calm minds, patience will survive. Yes. Saint Andrel's church that I have taken over and protected has been protected from the evils of this land. None who harbor false life can enter the premises, even if they are invited in through falsehood. Well, until this early morning, that is. I had a restless sleep, and when I awoke, I realized why. There was something hollow inside. I don't know if you can feel it too, but these halls used to feel comforting. Now they feel void. There's a void in here. I thought it was just my humors. I thought I had fallen ill. I stepped outside, had some tea, talked with some folks, but I couldn't shake the feeling. And so I decided during lunch to take a look. He leans in a little bit. Even though you're completely alone in the church, the guards is standing outside of it. He still doesn't really, obviously doesn't want this information to be known. There is an artifact buried in the church's basement. A thigh bone of Saint Andral, the only skeletal remain that is left of the saint. It is blessed, and as long as it remained on these church grounds, then this whole church is blessed as well. But when I went down to just look at it, just to feel better, there's a hole in the ground, and it's gone. I can't fathom who wants to take it. No servants of the devil who harbors false life are allowed to enter the premises. Nor can anybody who is under the effects of magic that changes your mind. And no Vistani is welcomed inside. We need to find it, and we need to find it quick. This is the greatest weapon that we in the Valley of Barovia have against the devil.
Are you saying that someone who could have taken it would have had to have been acting on their own free will?
Yes.
And
I mean, what if they were threatened?
Maybe, but who would know of it? It's only me and Vargas who are supposed to know about it.
I'm sure you have other workers here in the church. Or on the church grounds.
Yes, I do, but we all would die for our fellow Barovians and for the Morning Lord before we would be allowed to be threatened. We know what the consecration of our church means.
This artifact you mentioned, These are the bones you said earlier, correct?
Yes. The thigh bone of
Who's-
Saint Andral.
I see.
We have, well, our appearance in the court wasn't for shoplifting or thievery. We were at the coffin maker's store,
Hendrik.
Henrik. Yes, who is sadly no longer with us.
I've heard some rumors that something had happened to him, but that he's really gone with the Morning Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm sorry. We tried to help him.
What happened?
And it kind of makes sense a little now if Vilaki is no longer protected from the devil. There
He
were
was
spawn of his devil
threatened.
in crates that managed to gain access to within Velaki due to a magical circle of transportation.
The spawn of the devil was here? In Hendrik's house?
Mm-hmm.
We
That's
tried to deal with them, but
Under Morning Lord's
failed.
protection. Dark days indeed.
is it so difficult to imagine if their bones are not keeping the devil at bay? How long would you presume that the devil will wait until he takes action?
It's never happened before. Not since our church was consecrated, and that was centuries ago.
We found that Henrik was pressured to assist the devil under threat of his family, I believe.
I think it
The
was him.
threat of his life. He was supposed to get a package from Milivoy.
He delivered the package. He had delivered the package to your grave digger?
Milivoy, my boy. My Milivoy is involved with this? No, that cannot be. You must have heard wrong. Milivoy would never.
No.
He loves this church, and he loves the orphans. He loves Jessica. He would never betray us, even if his life would be threatened.
We would say one way or another, Father. But what we can do is investigate, as you have allowed us to do.
What about this Anya person?
Oh yeah, they were the person who gave him the package, right?
The person it was delivered to.
Hmm.
The exile.
Anya,
Zyle?
the herbalist who lives outside of the walls.
Yes? The very same.
Wait. One more time. Explain it to me. The whole thing.
Okay. Would you like us to time skip the change, or as we repeat ourselves, or?
Oh no, like what Henrik did in the whole chain to Anya.
So it was very brief, as he was very scared. But he looks to the party and like, well, fill in any gaps here that my memory might have skipped. but he was threatened by the devil, and in such a dire situation, he agreed to deliver a package to your boy, of whom then was to deliver it to Anya.
Didn't he say he was supposed to take it from the boy and deliver it to Anya himself?
Hmm.
Yes, that's what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Apologies. I'm a little bit distracted right now.
Oh, I
That's the
see
case,
why.
that's the case. One way or another, a package involving those two parties reached Anya on the outskirts of Valaki.
Hey,
Why they are involved, other than threat of death, I'm not quite sure. But we have a lead. We have a suspicion.
right, you need to go and talk to Milivoy and to Anya. Since it was delivered to Anya, maybe Anya first. And I need to know from Milivoy why he did this.
I would appreciate, Father, that you left us to do the questioning, just in case you scare the boy off. We have perhaps a more neutral position.
Yes. Well, as you said, I cannot come with. If something will be happening to Valaki, I need to be close by. I have magics that heal, magics that light up. I need to stand against the darkness.
Fair enough. Well, if you can acquire our weapons and armor to allow us to do our job better, that too would with gratitude.
He nods his head. There's more vigor in his body. And more of a determined look on his face, and he storms out of the church once more. Goes out on the streets, just down the street to this house over there. Where at the door he speaks very gruffly and briefly and with authority to one of the guards and gestures towards you guys. There's that very nice young guard who is standing up on the wall looking down upon you with a curious look on his face and a small smile, knowing that you were able to get your stuff back in the end.
Oh, is it the guard that likes to see Asper naked?
Yes! It's up on the wall looking down on you. Indeed, for the time, for the period, for the period of this this investigation, you get back your steps. At least that's what's said for now. Your steps. So without having to pay a fee. So good, good job on that. Just dodging the fee.
It only took us getting arrested.
Only we
Not
knew
too
that
big of a
earlier.
price to pay
I
yet.
could've punched the guard. We could have got our stuff back earlier.
True.
No price to pay.
All right. He also walks over to the gates. Also talks with a guard over there, saying that you should have the right to exit and enter to go to Anya. Just making sure that there's nothing stopping you from doing that. Smooth in and out. And then he nods to you guys. May the Morning Lord give you strength and protect you.
You sure you're going to be alright?
I had to be. For Valaki. For Barovia. As soon as you know anything, you come and tell me, yes?
Alright.
Of course, should somebody maybe stay with you?
I will get some guards around me.
Good.
Man går hem.
And then he storms off again.
Jag skiter i
Just before he like charges away, can I just chase after him real quick? Just like, I know you're busy, and I know this is something of great urgency to find these bones, but since you're here and since you take care of the orphans, I don't suppose you've seen a tiefling child,
min basket.
a Vistani child.
I've heard the plight of the Vistani and their missing child. But I know nothing of sort, otherwise I would have sorted out the situation. Even if the Vistani are servants to the devil, no child deserves to be away from their parents.
Very well. Thank you, Father. Make your arrangements. We'll go and investigate Anya.
Alright.
Thank you.
He storms off again. Alright.
I storm off in the opposite direction.
Alright, so you guys
Storming.
you guys go to Anya first?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think so.
Yes.
Yes,
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 Jag var
yes,
till
yes,
en
yes.
stygg
Ja.
från det.
Okay, I need to stop.
Oh, okay.
Alright. The walls of Vallaki is open for you. So you can exit the city.
Jag fucking lyssnar bara.
You know, you guys saw where she lived while she was sweeping her porch. I forgot. I'm forgetting names. Nyx and Kelbian. Kelbin. There we go. I don't know. My head just deep fried itself. It's so hot. I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
Dang.
You need to get a drink, not of
It's-
whiskey.
No, that's just gonna make me hotter. Ah, it's so hot in here. I'm so sweaty. You know where she lived from seeing where she swept her porch on your way into Vallaki. And it's only about 2 minutes of a walk outside of the gates.
Men,
You have some time to shed a word or two with each other if you want to. Otherwise, we just skip ahead.
Well, Nyx would like to say, so what's the game plan here, people?
Attempt.
We
Fight
try to
now?
ask nicely, and if that doesn't work, we try a different way, maybe.
Well, what I know, Anya, is that she was cast out of both the human civilization and the Vistani civilizations for being a half-breed. I do not believe that she has ever been welcomed anywhere for the majority of her life. It makes sense to me that she wants to seek ruin on the rest of civilized world in Barovia if she can put everyone on the same level playing field.
Hmm. I mean, I see why she would.
I mean, if she's knowingly involved in this, then that doesn't forgive her actions, but I can't really say I blame her.
But how do we approach it? We're not gonna just knock on the door and say, "Excuse me, did you steal the bones?" We need something more covert, perhaps. Perhaps a Well, looks down to Kelvin.
Hmm?
Maybe it's time to rely on your talents a little bit, Kelvin.
And sniff for some bones?
Well, if we knock on the door,
I mean, she's not at the back door.
Sure. Yeah.
Just nothing too obvious. Just
Hmm.
take a look. There's no reason for us to all be at the front door, is all I'm saying. And there's
Mhm.
no telling that Anya might run if we try and, accuse her. I know she does. She would not like the look of me. So I will try and be as docile as I possibly can. And he kind of re-flattens his hair down like a protectorate tiefling.
You gotta make yourself dull.
It's like,
Oh no.
I'm pretty
Here we go
sure
again.
people are allowed to have, you know, great
Non-flat
hair
hair.
in the protectorate.
In fact, you probably have more rights in the Protectorate.
Perhaps, but
It's not like Nick knows.
yeah, Nix doesn't know any of that. It's like
Yeah,
he's
I think
representing what
it's
he thinks the
great.
protectorate's like, and he's also trying to do the
As you
complete
do that,
opposite to what the
you
Vistani.
just hear Illyria's like, I swear to God, one day I'll drag you to the protectorate myself.
Oh god. Before you can enact this plan, seeing the house of the house of Anya, just maybe 30 meters ahead, coming into view, there are two figures on the road. Anya with her cloak on, a more of a ashen cloak. Her horns are visible through the cowl, the hood, and a man on a horse that reaches out a red hand, and she holds out a package. He
You
takes
see-
it. Yeah, you see this.
And like, how big is he? Just like to get a judgment of his size. Is he big and broad?
Even from this
shoulders.
distance, as the man looks up down towards down the road, suspiciously looking around, you spot the features of that name also.
He's like,
Okay, det är fucking Hugo Boss.
Oh wow, so fast! Arigat.
Okay, de fucking...
Ariga.
They're gonna say I'm mycket om den här systern,
Ariga.
men de har this swag.
So fast for judgment. He
Mhm.
immediately takes the package and gallops away.
Ja, exakt.
Oh my god.
Well, fuck, there goes the package, I guess.
Well, there goes a package, and we know who that is. We know where they are. We know where they live.
Oh god.
You're starting to sound a bit creepy, Nix.
Maybe we should pay them a visit.
Nej, det var...
One step at a time.
I think if we do, we should probably go speak to the big priest man again.
Yes, and if I'm honest, a rest might do us all some good as well. Not that we have that much time to waste, but
Well, if he's going back to the camp, then we at least know where that is. But I think we shouldn't diverge from the plan. Yeah. might
Yes,
still
let's-
yet tell us.
Still talk to Anya, yeah.
yeah, let's go talk to her.
After you, Illyria, and he pats her on the shoulder and casts guidance.
You know how good I am with talking.
You need it. You need it.
Alright. It's a small and humble house. Anya has already shuffled into her abode. As soon as she left the package, she just turned around and went into the house. All in all, looking pretty suspicious, the whole thing. There's a little sign that says third eye poultice. So, are you gonna go with one going in from behind and the other from the front? Are you still gonna go with that? Or are you just entering?
That's what I was about to
Yeah.
ask. Should I? Like,
I think, just in case, you might see something from a different perspective, Kelvin. No reason that you will still hear everything that happens inside. But cutting off the exits in case she runs seems to be wise to me. But I don't know. This is my first time in trying to inquire about someone and accusing them of stealing bones. I've never really done this, so I kind of am leaning on Illyria and ask for the best of judgment here.
Surprisingly, neither have I.
What, you've never inquired and accused someone?
Not about stealing bones specifically.
But other other accusations.
I guess we should
happens.
just see if she wants to talk.
so you want me to go sit outside the door?
Go see what you can see, Kelvin. Do some snooping. Use that nose of yours. Try not to make yourself known.
Alright.
Who knows? Maybe there's mushrooms back there too.
His eyes light up. He's not very excited to go back there now.
Scary.
Alright.
He's ready. Oop, he's...
You sneak around the property. There's some bushes that are not really cohesive, but like dotting what seems to be like a loose lawn on the backside. The backside seems to be mostly made up of a garden, a little glass greenhouse, and also different kinds of plants growing outside of it. I mean, it's still Barovia you're talking about, and it's autumn, so it looks pretty miserable, but maybe a little bit less miserable than normally. Anya definitely seems to possess a little bit of a green thumb. But there's a clear path going up towards a back door. The house is very large. Just looking on the outside, maybe there's 3 rooms on the lower floor, and then it seems to be an attic rather than like a top floor.
First of all, is there any mushrooms?
Yes, there's a shadowed part of the garden that has some mushrooms indeed. Some that you immediately recognize as eating mushrooms, and some as medical mushrooms.
You know what I'm about to do. I'm about to yoink these mushrooms.
Calvin, we need you to investigate. Also, Calvin.
Mushrooms!
Let me yoink those mushrooms.
Okay.
Painkillers.
You probably jonk about 2 kilo of food mushrooms and maybe
Hell
half
yeah.
of a kilo of medical mushrooms.
That's a
Or-
lot of mushrooms.
That's a lot of mushrooms, yeah.
Yeah.
Shrooms everywhere.
do you have
Nix
like a-
is like upholding.
Backpack or a sack or something like this for this?
I have a... The fuck? No. I'll pop them in my pockets. How much can I put in my
Your
pocket?
pants.
Yes, I would like to have 2
Now, when somebody
kilograms of
said dick
mushrooms.
cheese, they didn't mean this.
Crotch shrooms.
You
I
cannot
mean, if Kel...
pocket 2.5 kilos of mushrooms.
You'd be surprised.
Should
No.
you have like a backpack
Ready.
or something?
I will not be surprised, because I decide the laws of physics in this world. I am
Oh,
God.
How many kilos can I get of edible mushrooms then?
Yo, Bexxy, you might get a little bit of a god complex here. It's okay, I'm the same.
Only when I play GM. It turns. I have like an off and on button in my head.
I don't.
Do you have a backpack, Mimu?
I don't think I do now.
Really?
Really?
No, surprisingly. Unless I forgot to put it in, I don't
I
fucking
mean,
know.
if you got like any of the packs when you like made the character, I'd assume you have a backpack.
Yeah, do you have any packs?
No.
Oh,
I got a herbalism kit, I guess.
okay.
Which I'm assuming would come in like a satchel or something, yeah.
Well, let us say like this. You remember where they are. And for
Okay.
now you can like
okay.
stuff your
I
pockets.
see what you mean.
Now you know where they are. But you can take some in your pockets if you want to. Like one pocket
Hell
for
yeah.
medical, one for
Some-
eating.
Some snacks.
Yeah. And the medical side, I mean, it's not only mushrooms that are for like healing or something like that. Some are like for like to have in your tea, to calm you down, to cure headaches, maybe um,
Cure your
thin
tummy ache.
thin blood, or there's also a few that are a little bit more poisonous in nature. That can give people like stomach aches and stuff like that.
What if you eat one that gives you a stomachache and one that cures your stomachache at the same time?
You're gonna have a really, really big pain in your tummy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But you have some in one pocket and one in the other. Do you target any particular kinds of medical mushrooms?
I just say the ones that help you like cure a bit of pain, you know? There are I'm guessing there are fucking numbing mushrooms, I don't know.
No, sure. Let's say that there's mushrooms that have like a Valmo effect, like an anesthetic effect in
Yeah.
your pocket. Okay, and some nice eating mushrooms. Some like white buttons and portobellos maybe.
Fancy schmancy.
Fancy schmancy. And then you have the porch door or the garden door leading into the building from the back.
I'm gonna wait till like they start talking to her, so she's kind of distracted, just in case she is around the door here.
Right. Okay, back to the front.
I
It's some mushrooms.
guess Ilaria like goes to the door and like knocks.
There's a pause and then come in. A little bit muffled, coming from.
Or was it
The
like
door?
some sort of store area where you can just walk in?
Yeah, I mean there's a storefront here, so.
Okay, then like if it's the storefront, then she's just gonna walk in.
Okay. Bling-a-ling-a-ling. That's the bell of the door, if that wasn't obvious.
Okay, yeah.
You never know. You walk into a shop area which has this floor to ceiling canisters of either glass or ceramics labeled in very doctor kind of handwriting. Scribbles basically. And there's dried herbs everywhere and these small wooden baskets, scales on the countertop, a mortar and a pestle. And behind it is Anya still standing with the hood over her head covering up her horns.
She's so pretty.
Yeah, she's pretty. Definitely.
She is pretty pretty.
She looks up with a bit of a surprised look. All of you come in. Illyria, Asphyda, and Nyx.
Yeah.
She is rummaging something in the back. She turns around, gets a little bit of a surprised look on her face.
Yep.
Why
Jag ska fucking
so
fixa
surprised,
plattor
Anja?
bara för det. Igen.
You're Nyx, aren't you?
How you know my name?
Yes, well, that hair of yours were a thing when you were 5 too.
Ah, he kind of like, puts his hand on his hair and kind of like half ruffles it. Is it so unique?
It's a unique style, I will definitely say so. You had it like that even back then. Didn't want anybody to ruffle it. Got very angry as soon as somebody touched your hair. I ran around trying to pat you for a while. It was really funny.
That sounds amazing.
Can I recall if that actually happened?
As she talks about it, you do get a little bit of a flashback, one of these forgotten child memories that you have, and you being chased by a strangely pale tiefling that we didn't really feel right, who wanted to ruffle your hair. But it's just like a picture of it, nothing more. Picture and a feeling.
I didn't know that you visited the Zeppul.
A few times. I tried to elicit help and aid from Madame Eva.
Right. So you failed. You did not get help.
What do you think?
Well, you seem to be getting help now. What with your gentleman friend on the horse?
She's taking a little bit aback, and then she furrows her brow. Argal. Well, I have been sending them my remedies for a really good price, hoping that one day I can live among them again.
Empathy check!
The way you said that, man!
That's how it meant to be said.
Empathy!
Oh, nice.
She is obviously nervous and is dodging something.
I used to be homeless.
I wouldn't have thought that Arakel would come and see you specifically. And, well, we all know your history. And I am not alone. Gesturing to Illyria and Asuda.
Do
you
you
have had
do you really
great
know my
hardship.
history? Presume to
Well,
know me, do you?
No, I do not presume to know you. I know what is generally known about you, and this is all I am referring to. I do not mean to know who and your intimate details, but there is some public knowledge.
I
So I ask you.
do not need to explain myself to you.
That's where you're wrong, Anya.
Might be in your best interest to do so.
Why?
Because we have been sent
Illyria
by the-
somewhat like gets closer and looks at her and says, because we know about something that came into your possession rather recently.
Herbs? Mushrooms? Powders?
Nix like
Liquids?
slams his fist on the countertop and doesn't say anything else.
She
No.
raises her chin, taken a bit aback. As for
You know exactly what it is. Something more of the dead nature. Something that you wouldn't have in your possession otherwise, since its origins are borrowed from you.
Delivered by the coffin maker not too long ago.
She looks at all of you and then sighs heavily and holds out her hands in like a sign of like, look. I received a package. Yes. I was a little bit strange from Henrik. So what?
Where is it?
Well, the Vistani now have it.
Why did you give it to the Vestani?
Because I was told to do so by Arikal. He told me to do this favor for him, so he could reconsider me joining the community again.
Are you aware of what was in said
Can I
package?
empathy check that?
Yeah, sure.
Like,
Yeah, can I also empathy check?
Alright,
So
sure,
if
go
you
ahead.
are-
Oh yeah, Larry, I was gonna ask if she knew what's in it, and thank God.
Real quick, I'm just gonna vibe check
22.
from the other room, you know.
Vibe check from the back.
22!
Yeah, vibe check from the back room.
Yeah,
No.
by this time, considering like how you have sneaked into what seems to be like a storage room, Calvin,
Mhm.
that has a door
I
that
would
leads
be honest-
into this room over here.
I would just be like very carefully in the storage room attempting to look for anything that is around about the size of what I'd say is like the average size of a thigh bone. Anything that's kind of around that size, larger, smaller, you know.
All right.
Ladles. You're looking for ladle size things?
Sure, yeah. I'm looking for ladles at the same time. Efficient.
Okay. Make me a 1d100 and a perception, no, an investigation.
Oh shit! I just did. Sorry, I'm on the zoots right now.
No, sadly, there's no ladles.
Oh.
But it seems to be like a lot of like glass bottles, linens.
I don't see shit.
No, you just find these. Oh, do you have any inspiration on your sheet?
I think inspiration would do. No, I don't
No,
think
no,
so.
no, no.
No, I don't.
Okay. No,
But
then
also,
you just find what you suspect to find in the storage room of a herbalist, and you don't find any ladles either. You're very sad.
this is a sad day. At least I
Yeah.
got mushrooms.
Yeah, that's true.
Munch.
Should look for a bag to
Even-
steal the mushrooms with.
Is there a bag?
There's definitely a sack that can hold 2.5
I'm gonna
kilos.
fucking take the bag as long as it
Alright.
doesn't make too much noise.
You empty out some linens, basically some filtering cloth. that she
Listen,
has.
I don't like stealing, but this is fine.
I don't like stealing, but this is fine.
Yes, it's all in the name of mushrooms.
And somebody clip that, please.
All right, but do you stay in the room and listen in, or do you immediately go outside to steal mushrooms?
I go and steal the mushrooms.
Okay, you leave the conversations. You don't hear anything for a while. Okay,
Yeah, fuck
okay.
that, mushrooms all the way.
God. Okay. Anya, where were we in the conversation? Yes, you guys. She seems pretty honest with this.
What was in the package,
All right.
Anya?
I don't know. It was hard little bit unusual for the kind of packages I deal with, but this kind of thing is better not to look. I was just a middle hand, and I wanted to do this. I want to show my worth to Arigal. So I did nothing to compromise all of this. I didn't look. I don't know what it is. What is it? Do you know? No, wait, don't tell me. I'm not supposed to know.
We
But
have
how
our
heavy was it?
suspicions. And
What?
if our suspicions are correct, maybe you don't want to be in their good graces.
No disrespect, but I'd rather be on the winning side than the losing side.
The winning side?
Yes,
Of what?
of Barovia. The
What makes you
Vistani,
think that?
Vistani can normally leave. I have enough half-elf in me that I cannot.
You wish to leave Barovia?
I want to have the option to. At least then maybe people won't look bad upon me wherever I go.
And you think that Aragal will give you some sort of power to get out of the mists? Is that what he told you?
Well, living with the Vistani is one of them, and if they would accept me, that's at least one step in the right direction, and then maybe I can serve him, and he can give me my freedom.
Is that what you want?
Yes, is that what you want? Freedom?
I value freedom, but serving him isn't freedom in my eyes.
Well, it's more freedom than I've ever had.
Well, I wish for everybody here to know freedom eventually.
In the meantime, I know nothing about this. If you go and tell the guards, I'm just gonna be gone. We're heading to the Vistani soon.
I
Can I
Don't
check if that's true? Like, if her store is all still stocked up, like, is she really leaving, or is this more like an excuse?
Well, the store
Doesn't look
doesn't
like she's leaving.
The store is very, very neat. But there's no sign of any, like, she has packed any bags or put stuff into boxes or crates or things, stuff like that. No.
Go ahead, Larry.
I don't think we have any reason to bring this to the guards just yet, especially if you're unaware of what that package was.
Yes, I am unaware. Aragal just told me that when Hendrik comes, just keep it safe, and then hand it over to him when, he came. And I did. Now I'm just waiting to hear him back. But if I see guards outside of my home, I'm out of here. I don't want to live with the Barovians anymore.
With everything I've heard, I'm not sure I can blame you.
I can't blame you at fucking all. Wait, what? I'm not there. Shit.
Yeah.
I forgot that for a second. Shit. Sorry.
Pick your mushrooms.
Yeah, I'm eating mushrooms in the back.
You're eating some of it too? Like, unable to
Oh, obviously, yeah.
keep the temptation away. Damn. Yeah, I understand.
How var det ens lagen?
Mushrooms are good.
Mushrooms are good.
It doesn't seem like you're ready to
leave and go stay with the Vistani, Anya.
She kind of held her head high. Argal hasn't said yes or no yet. I'm waiting for his response. Once he had secured the package, he said.
Can I determine if she has conviction behind these words? Not if she's lying or anything, but does it sound like she believes what she's saying?
Unnecessary to roll an empathy here. She's scared that she's not right.
Mm-hmm. Arigal is not, well, not the man that you think he is. At least that is what I've come to know of Arigal. He is wily and sly, and will do anything to get one up on someone. He may be very well using you, Anya, and very eager to throw you under the cart.
What choice do I have? You come here and preach this to me. You had everything handed to you, Nix.
I had nothing handed to me, Anya.
You
I was an outsider just like you.
less than me.
So,
Madame Eva loved you. She ensured your place. I had nobody
Eva
like
loved
that.
everyone.
No,
Well, clearly you had time to come to the Tse pool. You were welcome. You managed to ruffle my hair.
she didn't love
Why
me.
were you there? Are you
was
looking for
kicked
love?
out.
Is this it?
Every time I came, I was kicked out. Do you know how that feels?
I would have welcomed being kicked out rather than being shunned for the majority of my life. Do you know how it feels to be surrounded by people watching them have love for each other but not look at me in the same way? There's a burden, a blight on their love.
I do. I have.
Your plea of helplessness is merely an excuse. I have tried my very best to try and make something of myself, and yes, I managed to get out beyond the mists. Only to bring back these fine folk here and trap them here with me. Your ability to pass beyond the mists does not lie with the Vistani and with Aragal. It lies within you. We are trying to rid Barovia of the curse.
Are you speaking the truth there? Like it lies within you? Oh, as in if you take up arms and end the curse, then you have the ability to do so. Okay, I thought like if you just believe in yourself enough, then you can pass through the.
Yeah.
The power of
It
belief
sounded
is
like
wrong.
for a moment, and I was like, wait.
No, it's all
And then-
metaphorical.
All right, and then it was like okay, but if you stand up and do something about it, then it can end.
Yes, you don't rely on other people to, give you a handout, but to actually take action by yourself and seize your own destiny kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. She shakes her head. You cannot win. Not against these kind of powers. I feel it calling to me, a part of me. Always to him. And whenever I do, it's comforting. It's somewhere I belong. Now, are you going to purchase something or are you going to leave?
We came here for information.
You have it.
Of us did get
What was that?
some of us did get pretty beat up.
Yes, we are beat up.
And Anya, I do not mean any ill will on your behalf, but you may be an accomplice to the demise of an entire city, its men, women, and children, all for the sake of your own selfish desires. And whilst I know you have been living alone and shunned your whole life, one must question you have the will to not endanger hundreds of others. Is your life worth more than anyone else's?
What are you talking about?
Whatever was in that package is meant that Velaki is no longer as protected as it previously was. And that call that you feel to well, for other creatures of far greater fiendish nature also feel the same thing. Can you live with yourself, knowing that your involvement in this may have led to the deaths of hundreds?
There's a bit of a shadow that crosses her face. A bit of a pause. But in the end, she says, "Let all of those bastards burn."
Nick's like steps more into a more stiffer posture, and then looks to Illyria.
You'll get nothing out of her, I don't think. But feel free to inquire.
Doesn't
He will step
No.
outside.
Well, as for that, Illyria, you're left there in the room.
Okay. After hearing all of that, and what Nick said, as for the, she feels pretty certain about one thing. She'll start to turn towards the door where Nick's left. But before she leaves, she simply says, "You're a moth in a room full of darkness, and you see a single candlelight. You're attracted to that light, but you don't know who is holding that candle. And little that you know, that candle that gives you your warmth is ready at any point in time to crush you. Because you are a weak, fragile little moth, and it knows you want warmth. So enjoy what you want or perceive as freedom. Continue your path, but I don't see you ever reaching that freedom." And you leave.
Okay.
Illyria is sort of like the last one to leave, and she looks at her and she says, "I do hope that you'll get your freedom one day, as much as every other person in this cursed land. But you might want to rethink whose side you want to be on. Now, I'll be going and try to help as many people as I can. And she just leaves.
All right. You leave the Third Eye poultries back to outside of Valaki. Are you still eating mushrooms, Kelvin?
No, Calvin would have been eating mushrooms, but then when he heard Nyx or like whoever it was open the door at the front, he would have moved around the front. Still nomming on mushrooms.
Right. So all of you
Man.
come
Hey.
out to a view of Kelvin just gorging himself on mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Did you find anything useful or steal all of her mushrooms?
He's gonna say with a mouthful full of mushrooms and hold one up to you.
What is that one?
It tastes good, is what it is.
I mean, I do prefer cooked food. What's the next step? Also, have you washed them?
This is his way, Illyria. He's never washed mushrooms fully.
I mean, I washed them with my mouth.
Okay.
I think, well, since we're here, I think we should interview Village. Milliboy?
Milliboy.
Milliboy.
Milliboy?
Milliboy.
Oh no.
Since we are here,
Sounds like a plan.
Milliboy.
Okay.
and tell Father Lucian of
I
what we have found. But
still think we
Milliboy
should
first.
waste no time afterwards following up on the leads we have.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, but he is on horseback. It makes no real difference if we
That is
spend
true.
5-10 minutes here now. Whatever Aravel is wanting to do with whatever was in that package, he will still be able to do it before we get there. But we can at least find out more information from Milliboy.
Okay.
Very well then.
All right. You turn back towards the gates of Alaki, heading towards the orphanage where Binaboy lives. And with that, we're gonna take a short break.
Woo!
Woo! Good job, guys.
Whoa, we're not dead yet. Whoa.
We got mushrooms!
I mean,
Yeah, we got shrooms.
I mean,
Side quest complete.
I'm like 22 HP alive, but yes.
Hey, you want some mushrooms to help
Do
that?
you need another story being told to you for 10 minutes?
Yeah, right, you can do that. Not yet.
Mm-hmm.
No more mushrooms.
Let's say that you can do
I
the
will-
number of times per day equals to your proficiency modifier.
I will have your mushrooms once you wash them.
What?
What?
I don't
What?
wash mushrooms. Don't
Then
fucking
That is
offend
I-
me.
the
with that.
rules.
I know it's not in the rules, but we talked about it, and I haven't made a decision then. But maybe we can try it out and see how balanced that is.
Oh, for sure, because it kind of breaks the whole
Yeah,
hit dice
it
if you have a
does.
ritual caster.
It does
Yeah.
sort of break the hit die thing.
I do want to
Mhm.
keep prayer healing, but somehow that you cannot cast it too many times per day. Find
You
a
could
balance.
put a ritual exhaustion in play.
I'm not too sure
mhm.
if...
Yeah, that would
Did
be
you do
cool.
a prayer of healing for all of us back in the thing?
In the cell, yes.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yep.
entirely sure if I added that.
I can tell you how much it was briefly. 1
I'm
second.
just like looking it up right now.
Wasn't it 13? And then for 16?
Um,
If you just scroll up in the history.
Yeah, there was like
Yeah.
one for 16.
Yeah, 16.
I think I'm missing at least one of like those
I
prayers.
told 2 stories, 13 and 16.
I don't know if I have the 13 one or not.
So you should have been healed 29 points. At least. So if you don't have 29 health, then you
I
probably
have
missed something.
22, and I know I got like the lay on hands from us for the.
Well,
So I think I might not have added the stories yet.
alright.
Right, did you know?
Because like Nyx had 4 health, so he had to have 2 stories told.
Yeah. That actually brings Ilaria back to full.
Okay. Nice. Well, you know, guys, refill your drinks.
What?
Go to the bathroom. And I need to make my towel cold again. I'll be back.
That's fair.
back.
I'll be back.
I thought I did add them, but apparently not.
Maths.
Or I forgot to. There is a very real possibility I forgot to save the sheet after I did it. And I just shut down my
Yeah, I've done that
computer.
one.
I'm not used to actually having to keep track of things. I'm sorry. I'm too spoiled from like Roll20. I'll go get some pudding. Be right back. Back.
Huh?
I was gonna get some chocolate pudding, but then I found cake and reconsidered.
Jelly!
You got jelly?
Am I confusing?
You said jelly. I thought you meant like, you know, the pudding.
Yeah, I know, but there's a slang for jealous. It's jelly.
Sorry.
Oh. What are you jealous of?
Cake! Duh. Cake.
Sponge cake is probably the single best thing Austria has.
It's famous for its chocolate cake, though, right?
Oh yeah, that's Sacha cake.
Schwarzwald cake.
That's like my favorite
Like
cake
cocker.
ever.
It's like one of the very few things that is like contiguous for all of Austria, right? Everyone knows that Austrians have this chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake.
Call him the caterpillar.
No.
Poor dude's
no.
getting sued.
That's terrible. Terrible.
It's so good. Shut the fuck up.
It's you say it's so good because you do not know of any different.
I'm gonna be real.
It's so good because I only like low quality cake. I can't eat high quality
Well,
cake.
Just
I
like
am-
High
eating
quality cake
garbage.
does not taste good to me. It's too good for me. I am a fucking gremlin of the earth,
I have to be
as
honest.
Kelvin
like,
is as well.
I can't really get behind most Austrian like dishes.
Mm.
No dumplings.
Dumplings, fucking love them. Mm.
The British
I don't
dumplings
know.
are not like the Austrian dumplings.
Yeah.
What kind of I was about to say, wait, no, aren't dumplings Asian? Yeah.
No.
Well, they're-
I mean, yes, but
there's different
I
kinds.
think he's talking about knödel.
Hmm?
And they
Knödel?
are very different.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they're more like similar to the Polish dumplings, I suppose. Maybe that you might know what those are.
welcome, Silkova Hakmeri. You're just in a short break
Zell!
right now. Oh, you know them?
Hmm. Yeah, they're a friend.
All right. Well, hello there.
Big
Friend?
Friend of wee wee.
Friend.
Friend.
Hey, new friend.
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 Come back.
And
I
thank
don't
you
know,
so
a
much
lot
for
of
the
like
follow.
Austrian
back,
dishes and
Inox.
stuff. Like I'm not that much of a fan of like meat and stuff. So
I am a pasta whore.
Pastafarian.
I love pasta.
I mean, pasta's great.
Mm. I like the pasta with the stuff in it.
Tortellini. Lasagna. Bolognese.
Tortellini.
And
Lasagna.
seafood pasta.
I like lasagna.
Tomato pasta. Oh, there's so many pastas. I haven't eaten. It might be noticeable.
I think my Discord just offed itself.
What? Off this itself? How?
I can't click anything anymore.
My Discord's being really laggy, like my connection.
Okay, well,
I'm
as
just
long as
gonna.
you can be
I'm
heard.
just. I don't know. I'm gonna try to like restart Discord real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna try that too, if that's right. Where is Discord? There is Discord.
There we go.
Sounds better?
I don't
Better?
know. I was just like my Discord just kind of like got stuck or something.
It's a little bit hot for me. I don't know. My brain is a little bit fried, but I'm trying my best.
That's a mood.
Okay, okay. Are we ready to start again? Ready to play?
I am.
Alright, alright, alright.
Unpause.
And pause.
All good.
All good. Good, good. Yes, so you head back into Valaki. They let you guys in without any questions asked. The orders of Father Lucian seems to go pretty far. And we're back here on the city map of Valaki. So are you gonna go and head for Father Lucian? Or are you going to go immediately to the orphanage to talk to Milliboy?
I think we're gonna go find Millaboy, right?
Ja.
Det där var så tvunget.
Okay.
Ja.
Okay. You walk down the street. Instead of taking a left turn towards the church, you turn towards this pretty derelict mansion. Who's definitely seen better days. It's dirty. It's has some of the paint is falling off, and there's a bunch of patchwork that is done with it, rather than to take care of the symptom or the cause of it. They have just been trying to patch up wherever things are falling apart as best as they can, creating a bit of a patchwork mansion, doing the best that they can with their limited funds. And we're actually gonna go immediately to here.
Oh,
Dark? No, it's not dark. It's just shift click for us, Bexxy. Ping us to the bottom.
Did that work?
You have to ping on the token layer. Shift ping.
Oh, like that?
There you go.
Oh, never done it
Yep.
before. Woo! I did it. There's a lot of sounds coming from the mansion. Sound of children playing, doors being opened, and various other clanking sounds. The door in front of you is simply a little bit ajar, actually. It doesn't seem to have done a good of security, if that makes sense.
Security for an orphanage. Are they gonna steal orphans?
Well,
I mean, say
Barovia.
that, but like my players in my Theros game just kind of started to think that one of the cities that takes care like of all the orphans they find has just been stealing all of the children. Oh yeah, we was in that game.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, they take care of like the lost and abandoned children, and everybody's like, but like, are the children lost and abandoned?
No, they fucking steal children.
Alright. But do you guys enter?
I'll push open the door. Like close it again and open it again.
Get some sick beats up in the house, you know?
And I guess I enter
Alright.
with a
Alright. You
deep
see
breath.
a hallway, wood paneled, dimly lit. The wooden floors are old and worn, and the steps of the main staircase sag with age. There's a bunch of children clothes in here, like a pile of shoes, several coat hangers, just smock full of different outdoor clothing.
Okay. Is the other floor sticky?
This is a good question.
What?
They're definitely very dirty. There's a lot of children who might have not followed the rules to take off their shoes immediately. Nobody has had the time to clean up yet. Yeah, the whole place is looking pretty dirty, yeah. So in a way, a little bit sticky, yeah, considering autumn. A lot of slusk.
Flush.
Yeah.
Sure. Nix just like does a half turn to look behind him, just make sure that we're all entering.
Mhm.
And just like takes a look into like a room, opens the door here, I believe.
Uh-huh. Definitely.
Peeks his head in.
Um, you look into some kind of living area with an old couch, a few mismatched stuffed chairs, chest crammed with worn toys, small dining tables with small chairs. There's two young girls and one boy around a dollhouse in the bottom over here. There's also right here a boy that paces around the room with a toddler on each of his hip, trying to soothe them. There's also somebody further in that you can hear is laughing and running around. And then there's somebody a girl who sits on the couch reading aloud from some kind of fairy tale book to a gathering of 4 toddlers in front of her. In front of the fireplace. It's a den of chaos and noise, and some of them look up to you when you open the door. You're thinking there's somebody working here, another orphan, but they take a second look at one of them and go, It's purple! It's purple!
Oh my god, we got racist orphans.
They're children. They don't mean it.
Nix like raises one eyebrow at them and says, I'm not purple everywhere.
Where are you
Wait,
not
what?
purple?
And he sticks his tongue out.
Some of them like screech, but like laugh. After
Wait, what did you think I was meaning?
I would assume everything on you is purple, so I was really confused for a second. Wait, everything on you is purple other than your tongue and like eyeballs and... Right?
You don't know. You just have to find out. Oh no, wait, you've seen Nick's naked. Yeah, you've seen him all. He's all purple.
Oh my god. I think Calvin's seen him naked more than a few times at this point.
Yeah, he's not shy about walking around naked.
Yeah, we know this. From this other room over yonder, muffled through the door, it's coming a voice basically going, "Quiet down now, children! Try to work!"
I close the door behind the chaos and turn around to the rest of the party and says, I wouldn't go in there if I were with you. Not unless you enjoy being sticky.
I think that it's too late for that.
Should we try to find who was in charge?
Well,
There was a voice just now, right?
we're looking for one particular person, so if we well, inquiring from children, it's hard to inquire from a group of children. All rowdy and excitable and very distracted, so if we can find one that prefers to be quiet and by themselves, I'm sure, well, Kelvin or yourself, Illyria, are perhaps more innocent looking. To me, or Asfada.
I mean... She just looks at Calvin and it's like, you've been mistaken for a child more than once.
Is that a question or a statement?
I'm also fucking dirty, so you know I don't think I'll be a good influence. Plus, I don't
Right.
like children.
Okay, then I'll try to
Fantastic.
talk to a child then.
Take one for the team, Kelvin.
No, I'm trying with my
that.
mushrooms.
Aspida?
Yes, we could try to find that one boy that went into the tavern a few days ago or yesterday. The one that I hear killed his arm. The one that friend of Bray. Forgot his name.
Yeah, Jessica. He was adopted by Lucian. So he's over at the church.
Forgot about that part.
No
Yeah.
worries. He only came in to
Never
sleep
mind.
over with his best buddy, Milliboy.
All right, yeah, that was
Oh,
weird.
no, okay. I thought, okay, never mind, my bad.
So are we? Well, this is where Father Lucian said that Milliboy would be.
Yes, he did. So he lives there.
We didn't actually ask what the Milliboy looked like.
Oh,
Do you wanna?
I am looking at my my notes here. There's actually a plaque on this door over here that says Rectress Claudia Velasco.
While you do that, Illyria's just gonna knock on that door.
From it, you can hear. Are you sure it cannot wait? I'm a little bit busy.
Just a quick question. We would really appreciate if you could help us out.
You hear the scraping of a chair and somebody moving towards the door, and the door is actually opened on its own. I thought I heard an adult's voice that I never heard before, and I was right. Who the heck are you? What are you doing in my orphanage? Are you looking for a kid? We have many.
Lady Illyria Feathermore, we are looking for a kid, but not to adopt.
That's a shame. There's a lot of nice kids around here. I could really use a home.
I mean,
You seem to have the
maybe at
funds
some
to do
point.
it, my lady.
Maybe at some point in the future we have business to take care of here. We were looking for Millivoy.
Millivoy. Why would you want to see that poor guy?
Why not?
Well, it's not many who come asking. Well, you know, most of the orphans come, asking and running around me. Where's Millivoy? Is he in? Is he in? Is he working? Is he here? But not many adults. Well, he's here, but he's a little bit indisposed.
What do you mean?
Well, he fell ill yesterday evening. Complained that, well, he's been complaining for a while, but he was out of it this morning. I was planning to head over to Lucian very soon to maybe see if he could come over and take a look at the lad.
Maybe that's a good idea.
Hey.
She just sort of looks towards the others.
I still, nod her head.
Kelvin,
We can try to
have decent,
go and fetch him if you're too busy.
Fetch! He's not coming up his bed anytime soon.
I meant Lucian.
Oh, well, yes, that would be very helpful. I'm small with paperwork, as you can see.
Might Kelvin, would you want to take a look at the boy? I mean, you seem to be pretty handy with that sort of stuff. Kelvin?
Some of my companions are somewhat well versed in healing as well, so they could have a look in the meantime.
There's some fan noise coming from you, Julie. Do you know what that is?
No? That's kind of odd.
Is your computer fan like speeding up or something?
I mean, I didn't hear it speed up.
Alright, as long as you have push to talk, I think it's gonna be fine. Alright. Calvin, no, I mean Weebu, how's the internet? Is it okay?
It's good now, yeah. Sorry,
Okay,
I just
good.
fixed it.
Awesome.
Yes, sorry.
Alright, where were we? Nix asked Calvin if he wanted to take a look at the boy, seeing that he's a little bit proficient with that.
Alright, yeah. I mean, surely, yeah, I could do my best, but...
You do great, and you like pats him on the back for guidance.
Well, if that would help, then of course, he seems to be definitely out of it. Some kind of fever. Just go through the living room. And then it is the furthest door to your left. I'm sorry, I would have escorted you any other day, but things have been a little bit crazy around here. He had an accidental death.
Oh.
Yeah, poor Cedric fell out of the window.
Ooh.
Is that normal for him to be around windows, falling out of them?
Well, no orphan has told me anything about it. We all know that if the window is broken and his body was found underneath the window. That's on the second floor if you want to take a look. Really, go and take a look and see if there's any cute little orphan that catches your eye.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. But which way to Milleboy?
Through the living room and then the furthest door to the left.
Luke.
Oh, so the same way I'm going. Alright.
DM.
Mhm.
When she said, a little accident, can Aspida do an empathy check?
Yeah, definitely. Go for it.
See if that really was an accident?
Yep.
I don't know about you. Broken window, second floor.
Orphans breaking windows.
Yeah, that's kind of suspicious. But we know that there's something going on here, right?
Yeah, 17.
You definitely get the feeling that she is holding something back.
Gotcha. Okay, she'll keep it to herself.
Mhm.
And while, on the boy Aspida, we're gonna say, like, you all can go, take a look from the way. I'm gonna check the second floor.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
She was
She's
gonna go
check the second floor.
second floor.
Okay, and Alira's gonna head to look at Miniboy, I guess.
Alright. Velasco goes, have fun and talk to any orphan that you see. She closed it. She slams the
Alright.
door basically.
Oh, I don't like her. Okay.
She's like, please
Wanna buy
take some of
orphans?
those damn children off me.
Alright, let's open up
Or
that
like,
door.
oh yeah, you can try asking them, but they're not gonna say nothing. That's what I'm getting. That's the vibes I'm feeling.
I don't
Alright.
like her.
You cannot catch me. You cannot catch me. Hold on, I will. I caught you. And they kind of like fall down on the ground, tickling each other.
There, sort of like tries to not accidentally step on one of
Alright. Alright, yeah, it's the door over here, but we're gonna start with Asura.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Jag har spelat i runt... ja, och har förlorat
There.
bara.
Alright. I'm gonna take you. Bloop. There you are.
Okay.
Yeah, this hallway has a lot of different doors, 6 of them. There's a hatch in the ceiling at the southern end of the room, and the hallway's only window over here is broken and boarded up.
Going over that. I'm looking at it.
Mhm.
Boarded up.
Mm,
Dang. Let's see. I guess I assume they can like clean up the floor.
yes,
In
yeah,
front of the
there's
window?
nothing there. They also seem to have removed all of the glass in the window and just basically have boards. So the wind doesn't come in, but you can still do an investigation check if you want to.
Oh yeah, just find like anything. And as she does do the investigation check, how high is it from the second floor to the ground, like, roughly?
Probably about the first floor that you were on had kind of like high ceilings. You know, the first like the mansion floor. So the second floor would also have pretty high. So you're probably looking at probably 5 meters. More like 6 maybe. Yeah, 6 meters. So
What's
it's
that, like 2
possible
3
to
dice for-
it's possible to survive, you know, that kind of fall, but if you fall the wrong way,
Yeah,
head
that'll
first.
end, yeah.
A kid.
Alright. I rolled a 13 in that cunning.
You take a good look at it. And you do see some light scratches on the inside of the cell. 4 of
Inside
them.
of the what?
On the inside of the cell. And there's like 4 of
Okay,
them
okay.
in a straight line.
Ooh, I see. Are there more of those little scratches on the floor?
No. You don't find anything on the floor other than it's been cleaned.
Okay. Alright. She's gonna knock on this door. On the left.
There's no answer, but the door's open. Oh, well, it's not locked.
Oh, okay, not locked. She'll knock on it again. Hello? Anybody there?
Still no answer.
Hmm. She'll try the one across. Same thing. Hello? Anybody there?
Still no answer.
Okay. She's gonna like repeat this with the other 3 doors. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4 doors.
4. Yeah, when you get to the big doors at the end of the hallway, over here.
Hmm.
That is when you finally get like a response.
Gör det så att det
Yeah, come in.
ja, jag har det. Fucking, det har
Right. So she'll open the door and enter.
attack speed slow.
You walk into what seems to be a toddler's dormitory. No, a nursery with 3 cribs, a chest, an old stuffed chair. There seems to be 2 babies asleep peacefully in 2 of the cribs. There's a teenage girl holds a 3rd babe in gentle Hamsun. Unknown lullaby over here, and the other is a young girl who is by the fireplace who's just reading. The one with the baby in her arms turns to you with like big saucer for eyes. Never seen anything like you. Um, what are you? What? Please,
Hello, young one.
Ch-
I apologize for my monstrous appearance, but I'm of what they call a dragonborn, something that these lands don't bear. I am Sir Asphodel. What is your name?
Du skulle ha tagit min
oh,
back.
1 second.
Jag tog min shit.
Okay.
Fantasy name generator. Here we go.
Nice.
Jeff. My name's Jeff.
Joff. My name's Joff. My Jeffrey. Aha.
Okej, vi suger på riktigt.
I'm Alina.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you, Elena. Such a nice name. How about you? You know, she looks at the one at the fireplace.
I'm Claudia. Just like the headmistress, they call me Claudia Junior, and I hate it.
Understandable.
But you can
I wouldn't
call me
want to be named
D.
after
Everybody calls me
somebody.
D.
Okej, du är inte tricky.
Very well then. Elena and Dee. Good to meet you both. I'm sorry if I'm interrupting or disrupting anything here. Just came
No,
for a few questions.
but you have to be very quiet. They're sleeping.
Yes, of course. No. And she'll lower her voice even more.
Mhm.
I heard word that there was an accident here. I don't want to feel any sort of wounds, but would you know anything more about it?
Well, Miss Belasco says it's an accident. Cedric just fell out the window. One of the younger kids found him. Been a little bit traumatized ever since then.
The one who found him, is he still here?
Yeah. I think he's downstairs. Playing.
Bounty hunter missing.
May I have his name?
I think Marcel is downstairs with Daniela and Flory.
Did you say Marcel?
Marcel.
Oh, Marcel.
He's
Oh,
a bit young, so take it easy. Are you here on like official business from the burgomaster? That's why you asking all these questions, and why Miss Velasco let you in? You gonna help us?
I am here to help you, and much more. As for official business, no, I do this out of my own kindness.
Oh, well,
I can't, yes, I can't turn an eye away from matters like this.
well, we need a lot of help. Dragonborn named Sir Asvida. I can't really do anything about it, and nobody has been listening to me. Millevoy says it's not true. Lucian says it's not true. But we're all getting hurt in our sleep. Belasco must have gone mad and started beating us when we were asleep. Have you seen this? And she kind of
I heard.
hoists the baby on one arm to reveal her forearm, which is covered in purple bruises.
Ooh, as for his eye, just sort of, widen that, the bruises. I have heard from, of course. Keep his name to yourself. Yes. Yeah. He had some wounds like that before. Patched him up a little bit.
Lucian has been helping us, but there's too many wounds to patch up. And we all have had terrible nightmares.
Nightmares, wounds. They happen. Do you find new ones during the day or after night's end?
When we wake up. I mean, soon. I don't know what to do, but thinking of doing what Laszlo, Hans, and Franz did. Just simply run away. They headed towards Kresk. Maybe I can do the same journey. Maybe take some of the smaller ones with me.
Asper shakes her head. From what I heard of Kresk, it is not in a suitable living. It's quite haggard at the moment. So haggard, well, it won't be any better there than here.
What are we going to do?
I'm gonna try to get to the bottom of this. Obviously, this is not normal. I don't know what they're trying to hide. We have to stay strong. Strong enough, and with enough time that I might get to the bottom of this. Done with help so far, and I appreciate it. Need a little bit more. Frederick, can you tell me a little bit about how he was, what he would do?
Alina says, I sense Claudia or Dee a bit of a knowing look. Says with a little bit of a smile, beyond the despair that she's feeling in the situation, and she goes, "Well, I've heard from certain inside sources that little Cedric had a bit of a crush on Dee," and it's a bit of a blush coming from the area over here, and she looks away.
Is that so, Dee?
She nods her head but doesn't say anything. I knew Cedric pretty well, continues Alina. He was a sweet kid who helped me a lot with the smaller ones. Some of them prefer to sit outside and beg, and others just to run around and play. not many of the boys who actually wants to help, but the smaller ones. We need all the help we can. It's usually pretty. He's a careful kid. Who cared? Patient. I don't understand.
Kom då.
Are there any kids here, or any adults that he might have crossed, made upset, got into trouble, perhaps?
Well, there was a maid around, Fanya, but she quit before Cedric's death. And then there's Melivoy, who helps around, Big Brother Melivoy. And then there's Claudia. And then Lucian comes to visit sometimes. And Jessica. Otherwise we're left alone. Nobody wants us.
Why did this maid... Why did the maid quit? And what was her name again?
Fanya. She woke up one night with a bruise. There was a really loud argument between Miss Belasco and Miss Fanya, and then she just left us.
I see, so it's not just you guys, it's also an adult. I'm not seeing Miss Velasco with such bruising or pain as you are.
No. I haven't seen any bruises of Miss Belasco. Don't say anything to Miss Belasco though. Okay, I can get into trouble.
Oh, certainly not. I don't want that to happen at all.
Good.
Well,
Ja, okej. Det är så här fucking Jakiro.
thank you for, of course, answering my questions. I'm gonna go ask Marcel gently about the ordeal. I don't want to, of course, traumatize him any further, thinking about that day. Is there anything that he likes would help, him open up to such things?
Marcel. Sweets. You really like sweets.
I see.
Before you you turn to leave, the little Claudia Jr. or D by the fire suddenly like turns around and says, "You wanted to know everything about Cedric?" I saw him. Well, he told me and he showed me. He shouldn't have done it. I told him to give it back, but he stole like a silvery locket from Felix, who had this weird writing inside of it. And then Miss Belasco took it from Cedric after he, and he hasn't given it back to Felix, and it all feels so wrong. Everybody has told us that we shouldn't steal and we should give back if we take something, but this locket doesn't be given back to Felix. I want that to be, set right after, Cedric is not here anymore.
A silvery locket is unwriting it. Not given back to Felix. So she's keeping it.
Yes.
Thank you for that. I'll keep an eye out on it. I might have somebody in mind who might be able to claim it back.
All right. You leave them,
Yep.
and
Thank them. Make her way down with the rest.
yes. I will put you back here in reserve. We shall put back here. Okay. Let's go for the rest of you guys. The door doesn't seem locked. So what do you do? Do you knock?
Mm-hmm.
All right. There's no answer, but what you can hear is very like soft moans coming from the inside. And before your brain starts going into places it shouldn't, it's more out of like pain and delirium rather than the other kind.
Yeah, Nix.
What? What?
What?
Yeah, I knock on the door and like in the same breath, kind of like open the door, like softly knocking. How's it going? We hear you're having some trouble.
Hello.
Doctor is here.
It's sparsely furnished. The floors are covered with dirt, as well as a pair of like heavy boots over here. Seems to be only be like a dirt trail leading over to the shovel and to the bed. And there's a sickly young man sleeping in the bed fitfully, thrashing about. He is covered in sweat and has blood mixed bile on his lips. His pallor is yellow tinged and he's deathly pale.
I mean, I can tell you just from looking at him that he's not fucking well, if you needed to know that.
I don't think anybody needed to know that.
Yeah. I think this is outside of me and my mushrooms. I'm not gonna lie.
Should I go and get Lucian?
Lucian or Asphodel, to be honest.
Well, Asphodel is still upstairs, so...
I'd say
Can you
Lucian
not
might not be a bad
figure it
idea.
out? Kelvin, come on. Have some faith in yourself. And he like grabs him by both shoulders.
How about you guys try to figure this out and I go grab Lucian?
Sure.
If you must, I mean... Sure.
I mean, I can also wait and see if Calvin is able to help.
It's your call, Illyria. If you have a good idea, who am I to tell you what to do?
I mean, I don't know about Asphodel, but she did have to heal us quite a lot, didn't she?
Well, yes, but let's find out if we can determine anything about his condition, rather than just say, hey, he looks pretty sick. I mean, I'd be a pretty terrible doctor if that was all I did. To just walk in, hey, you're pretty sick.
I'm pretty sure
you need less
aren't.
blood or something.
I'm pretty sure you aren't a doctor, and I'm the least useful person in here, so...
If you want to go find Father Lucian, I'm not stopping you.
Why do you sound so... I don't know... bothered by the... Let's see if Calvin can find something.
Medicine check.
Medical check.
With guidance.
Guidance.
Oh, I forgot what that does. That gives me like a D4 something. I don't know.
Yeah,
What
so
does it do?
with
Yeah.
intelligence, to diagnose.
Within. Oh, that's better than the other one.
Cunning is secure.
Okay, so plus. Yes. And then I also do like a D4.
Yes.
21.
Damn, 21. Take a
Dr.
look at
Kelvin on the scene.
with this medical roll, I actually want you to do a occult intelligence as well.
Just a straight intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did you say occult intelligence?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, occult. Okay, sorry.
I don't know
Yeah,
if
it's
you
the
have
same.
any. Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
think you
have
have
any,
any
so-
ranks in
Ah, stupid.
All right. You take a look at him, feel his pulse, take a look at the bile, look at his temperature, put some mushroom in his mouth, see what color it turns to, that kind of thing.
Got like a pH indicator mushroom.
Yeah.
Yes.
And after about 5 minutes of prodding and thinking about it, you are fairly certain that this seems to be magical in nature. But what kind of magical of magics or arcane or occult, you don't know. But this is something not natural.
Me messing around with him did that affect him at all, or was he still like, in his sort of lucid dream state or whatever?
His eyes flutters open sometimes to look at you, and there's like a furrowed crease in his forehead, and he like murmurs like, "Get away, strange creature." And then next time it looks
Oh
open,
wow! Say
Yeah.
that to your doctor. That's gonna get you kicked out of the hospital quick.
and the
Look.
next time it's like, "I don't want to play right now. Leave me." That kind of thing.
I'm
Thinking that
pretty
you're a
sure
child.
he'll think you were a fever dream later anyway. It's fine.
Yeah, but you kind
Oh.
of realize that he's not really there. Going in and out of consciousness, probably thinking that you're a dream. But he responds to like pain if you like when you prod him.
Just like prod him in the chest or something. I don't know. The place that hurts. I don't know. This hurts.
It's a weak response,
Proceeds
but
to
there's a
stab you.
response.
Well, he's definitely not fucking well. We knew that. Sorry. It's not normal. It's magical. Because, well, just from my deduction, to be honest, I have no idea what it is. Like, Asphodel or someone might be a lot better at seeing that, but we can definitely see now that this is no normal, like, disease or, fever and such.
Because it's magical.
Yeah. Most diseases aren't magical, I'm sorry to say.
That's fair enough, but it's not like I can't cast magic. It's not like I have no affinity with
Do
magic.
you want to have a look then? Be my guest.
Well, it's just I don't know.
Have a
Yeah,
look.
I mean,
You're probably a lot better at magic than I am, so actually do please have a look.
Illyria's just gonna sneak out and look for Asphodel.
freaking Nyx is completely incapable of anything. Like, yeah, I asked for the.
Oh no,
Listen, when he thought-
she doesn't think that Nyx is incapable. She's like, I'm of no use here. So she might as well go and try to see if Asphodel is done.
Okay.
You guys kind of meet on the way in the hallway, in the living room, in the noise over here. Yes. You spot each other. You walk up to each other.
You're
Ah.
done.
Oh, Olivia. How's it going in there? How's the boy?
Well, Calvin thinks it's some sort of magical illness, but couldn't say more. Nyx is having a look, so I decided to see if you're finished investigating upstairs.
So I've got enough information about what could have gone wrong here. They said the boy was sick.
Yeah, and the call seems magical. I'm sorry, I can't understand a word you're saying, Asfara.
Gotcha. Well, I don't know what to do with, internet connection and all being a hotel. But
Yeah.
she asked, if it's
Oh.
an illness is all that he was sick.
Oh, shit.
And in illness he was sick. What?
Yeah.
Jag kan gå in-
Yeah, that's what she said. But then,
Yes.
Illyria said back magical illness.
Support.
Yes.
Jag dör
Yeah.
instant annars.
Okay. Well, I can take a look, though I'm unsure if I can do anything for today. Tomorrow, when I'm fully rested, I might be able to have a hand in it. And take a look to see what ails him. If it wants to be done
That sounds like
today. Yes. It wants to be
I
done
mean,
today. Perhaps
we
Lucian
can always
can
ask Lucian as well. I
Yeah.
assume we just sort of walk back during this.
Yeah.
Alright. You guys will go back in there. Okay, next. What do you want to do?
I will look at where Kelvin poked the wound or
Har
disease
han har blink?
and feeling like put on the spot. Like, Asper can do this. And like, no, I can do this. Like, Nix can do this. He wants to do the thing. So he will,
Aw,
it's like,
little Nix.
it's just trying to help.
Oh my gosh.
And he will cast guidance on himself by rubbing his hands on his thighs, like I can do this, I can do this,
Yeah.
I've got this.
Uh-huh.
And he will attempt to recall any sort of arcane knowledge as he looks at what disease ails this fine young man.
Alright, let's do an occult intelligence.
Inspiration! I will use inspiration!
Alright.
I need it! I want to do it! It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
You remember when I
Perfect.
used my inspiration to roll a nat 1?
No, it's just
I mean-
perfect. Like Nix is saying, I can be relevant. I can do this, and then he
Because
looks at
how,
us, oh,
I love how Lyria has just resigned herself to being useless.
Kevin's gonna just tap Nix on the
this
shoulder,
out.
just guidance.
Well, Nix, I mean, you have a sneaking suspicion that the signs kind of lead you to thinking that, yeah, this could be magical in nature, but there's nothing more there than just confirming what is already known.
Nix looks at him then looks at Calvin, who's looking at him. He looks back at Milboy. He looks at Calvin. He's like thinking, I've got to say something here. Yes. Very, very magical. It's deep within him too. It's old magic. I'm sure of it. Yes.
Alright.
Was it visible how worried he was earlier? Like, oh shit, no, they've
Oh,
done
no,
something. I want to do it. Yeah.
He's totally rolling deception here.
Alright.
Okay.
Roll
No,
to
I was
see.
about to ask if there would be a reason for him to be rolling deception,
So,
or he
is
just believe
this?
it.
Yeah, what would I roll here? Because there's deception, but there's also empathy. There's also leadership. What am I rolling?
Well, are you trying to
I'm trying to make it look.
He's
like
trying to deceive me.
I try. Well, yes, but there's lots of ways to deceive Kelvin.
Oh wow.
Just so
mean.
Frostmark allows this. So it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
question of.
Well, are
Yeah.
you trying
he
to
is wanting
deceive
to
him?
look like he wants to come over across like he knows what he's talking about.
Alright, then we're
Even though
definitely
he's full
going
of shit.
going from a place of authority rather than trying to persuade. So yeah, then we're gonna do leadership. And are you leaning into more your presence or your manipulation? Kind of feels a little bit manipulating.
It is a little bit manipulated, but it's also a question of like how the scene plays out. Because manipulation will be all verbal, right?
Yes,
It'll be
yes,
more
yes.
like, but this is like pointing at different parts of the body, like like a doctor would, like with his with his pinky finger, and say, "Do you see this discoloration?"
wow. Wow, so fancy.
All right, the press's leadership.
Let's do it.
And what do I roll again? Like empathy,
Em-
composure, right?
Empathy, composure, yes. So.
Oh fuck! I did slash R. I typed. No,
Just
I physically
D20.
typed in /R D20. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah, he's full of shit.
He's just gonna pat him on the back, like, yeah.
Oh no, that's the belly button. Sorry. Over here, I mean.
Nix, it's alright. You don't need to fucking try and be good at everything. Don't worry.
All right. Aerodox, Aspera, what do you want to do with the body of Millamoy?
I feel like she walks in just as Nix was trying to like bullshit his way through, and Kelvin was like, nah. So she walks in. She won't say anything. It's kind of like a court crowd, but she'll state. So I heard
Okay.
that it's a magical affliction.
Yes.
As for that, yes, I was looking for a second opinion, just to make sure.
Kelvin actually does that, like.
Do you mean a third one? Maybe.
Perhaps, but take a look at this here. This strange discoloration. It's clearly arcane.
A bruise?
Kelvin's just trying to hold it in. Sorry.
Have a look at it. I mean,
Yes, I certainly will. So, if you could just hit me with some guidance.
I like to think that it's
Well, now you
just
need the
like
guidance,
some sort of like mole or something that Nix is pointing at.
It's like uncovering skin cancer.
Oh god.
He's got cancer.
It's a tumor.
It's a tumor. Just
Okay.
points to the head that is abnormally large in a singular place.
Do you give Aeronox
my
guidance?
Do I? Do I
Yeah.
give her?
With
Yeah,
this,
do you?
He's a little bit like upset
Okay.
with himself, but he looks at Astrid and goes, "Well, if you believe in me to be able to give you assistance, well, maybe I'm helping by proxy." And he says, "Up top, big girl," and he like raises his hand.
all right, I'm gonna roll this medicine check then. With guidance.
High fives.
Let's go. High fives.
Oh,
14.
Yeah.
It's a medicine, right? Oh, occult.
16.
Oh, you did occult.
16. Is it an occult or a medicine check?
I did a medicine.
Oh.
Was it supposed to be a cult?
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was medicine.
Because we
for
already
six-
done the medicine.
for
Now we
Connor.
need an
Done
occult.
the medicine. You didn't need.
I already got a 21 medicine, alright?
Yeah, he's identified.
Just don't worry.
We
Don't
rolled the
worry.
whole thing with the 1d4 as well.
Oh, okay. So it should have been a cult.
Yeah, occult with intelligence. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Religion.
Same thing. 16.
16. We rolled the 1d4 just to see if you get a 4. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Re-roll the whole thing.
15.
15.
Nice.
It's one less than me. One more than
Do
me.
you have any lay on hands left?
I have 0 left for the day.
Okay.
He gave it to me.
Yeah.
Sponge.
Yes. This disease doesn't seem natural. It seems to be magical in nature. Um, you feel that you require a spell like detect magic to get any further with specifics, but you do get the distinct feeling that there's this disease is somehow
Oh, fucking good. Yes.
connected to Milivoy's soul.
Oh, bra gjort.
That there's something not only afflicting his body but his soul as well.
Okay. Now she'll look, look at him up and down, like and under the clothes you see like the bruising and the scarring or whatever. She's expecting it. And when she's done, she says, "Oh my, this is a lot deeper than just a normal, okay, magical affliction. It's affecting the boy's soul directly."
Ooh.
Given
That's
what?
not.
Yes. It's very not good. Not good at all. Anybody here capable of detecting magic?
I mean, my magic is a little bit different than yours, Asvada. I don't know really exactly what you do to command it, but mine sort of comes from, well, I've never really thought about it.
Han
It's
tog den.
basically me looking good.
Well, do you still see magic through your ways or not?
Sorry, I missed that.
It's just basically asking if you have the spell detect magic.
Oh, no. I have never thought about finding out if I can do that.
In that case, Father Lucian,
Sorry.
be our best bet
Sorry.
here.
Good with setting things on fire.
All right. I think that with this new knowledge of whatever disease that Milivoy has, that you might need to have to solve before you can talk to Milivoy.
Jaha, det är gone.
Go and get Lucian, tell him about what's happened with Anya and the bone. Think about how to deal with the Bustani. With all of that, I think we're going to end a little bit early here. So Aeronox gets the quality of a mic that she deserves.
Yeah.